Hey there, LEGO fans and library lovers. It's me, Blair Archer, welcoming you into the BRIX LEGO studio for another exciting element exploration. Let's take a look inside the LEGO Ideas head and see what we'll be working on today. Oh, what's this? A sandcastle by the seashore. That means we're going to the beach. Things are certainly heating up here in the LEGO studio, so let's pack our stuff and head to the ocean. Come on. Alright, let's dive right in and take a look at how to get set up at the beach for some summer fun. The first thing you're going to want to do is create a beach landscape scene. It can be as simple as putting your sand colored bricks or plates right up against some blue, or getting into some advanced water techniques showing how the waves crash upon the sand. Here I've constructed a small diorama showing how we can use a mixture of all the wonderful colors that LEGO makes in blue to create the deepening of the ocean as it comes away from the sand. So if you start with tan as your base color for your beach, it looks great for a typical sandy beach. You can move into dark tan to look like wet sand, and then I like to use some transparent blue pieces as the waves crash upon the shore. Here I've used some sloped bricks, some cheese wedges, plates, and tiles to create an organic shape as the water meets the land. Using different kinds of slopes, like these 1x3s, and bow-shaped pieces, you can create the waves, giving the water a living feel. Using too many right-angled pieces and blocky shapes, it can quickly look more like solid than liquid. And as we move out into the ocean, I've also shown how we can make a wave curling up and about to crash over. To do that, I've used a couple of different hinge pieces in here. So I used these 1x2 with Technic pinholes to create a immediate hinge in the dark blue so that I could transition between the dark blue to the regular typical LEGO blue, and I've stuck these plates on there like so. And then as we moved up here, I used some half bow elements into these curved panels to create the rest of the wave as it begins to tip over on itself. You can even get up in your wave and you can add in, if you give a little extension, a spot for someone to be surfing on an awesome surfboard. Using this color mixture gives a very lifelike feel to your ocean scene. I've set our scene with some 16x16 plates propped up in the back here with some cloud elements, and it's currently set up as a Pacific Northwest beach with some pine trees and deciduous trees, but if you want to give it that tropical vibe, it's always fun to add in some palm trees. Palm trees have these segmented elements that link together and run on a little bit of like a partial ball joint system. Once you click them together, you can pose them in various ways to give them a natural growth shape. And then at the top, they have this 4-prong element for attaching the leaves. When you pop your palm tree where you want it, you can pick between small and large palm tree leaves, and you simply slide the open studs down those bar elements and arrange them as you see fit. They can be simple with just a few leaves, or you can really deck them out and go wild. If you want to get a little bit more realistic, it's cool to add one of these bushes in dark tan inside to show the dying, dried out leaves that have started to fall down beneath the new growth. To do that, you simply take a bar element and you run it in the middle of your bush and then into the inside of your palm tree so that you can place it on there upside down. And then from that, you can put another cylinder piece onto your palm tree, again in an upside down format, and simply flip your palm tree attachment part so that you are continuing to build in an upside down manner. And then you can even use these kinds of new palm frond pieces to accessorize your tree and give it a really fun tropical vibe. Of course, we need a place for our beachgoers to hang out once they've gotten out of the water, so let's take a look at some ways we can make them comfortable up on the sand. For starters, a rectangular plate in a color that you haven't used elsewhere in your build can be a great base for a towel to relax on. Though some awesome printed tiles can also make a nice place to hang out. Secondly, you're probably going to want some shade. If you don't happen to be relaxing underneath a palm tree, you can use techniques like this with bar elements to hold up a variety of things to use as umbrellas. You can use a regular antenna piece and find a printed dish like these to use as an umbrella. They come in a variety of different colors and styles. Some of the vintage ones, which were originally made to be umbrellas, have a slightly different shape and a hole that runs all the way through, but many of the modern ones do not run all the way through, though they have a great place to put a bar right in the middle there. And you can stick them right on top. But if that's not enough shade for you, look to Lego Friends for some amazing umbrella elements, and some of the city sets have them in some other colors as well. And you might want a longer bar to put those in. So if you pick up a bar like this and you want to get it mounted, it's not going to stick directly to the plate, so you can use a jumper plate or an element with an open hole or a 2x2 round plate such as one of these, and you can stick your bar directly into those and then mount it onto the sand. These will give your umbrella a little bit more height so that you have better coverage for your beach relaxing. If we turn back the clock a little bit and you want to make an even bigger splash with your umbrella, you can look at X-Pod lids, which were small containers that came in a variety of wonderful colors. And these lids can be used just like the other dishes and attached to the bar elements. And give loads of shade for your minifigures. There were even some extremely large umbrellas made a long time ago in LEGO history that have this wonderful ball joint end at the top so that you can pose your umbrella just like a real one in real life on a patio or on a beach. They came in a variety of different colors and sets. Some of them were from Fabuland and Belleville, and they are just amazing, and they give you a super shady spot to hang out under. What do you think? I think they've got enough shade now. At one point, LEGO even had an entire theme devoted to outdoor fun in the sun called Paradisa. It introduced this lovely light pink color that we see in the umbrella over here, and had tons of amazing things for our minifigures to do in the great outdoors. This is a little ice cream shop set. It had these awesome little printed tiles with the little assortment of frosty deliciousness there. Nowadays, LEGO has quite an assortment of offerings for our minifigures to enjoy. So be sure to have some of these cool and tasty sweet treats to help your minifigures chill out after a long day on the beach. And one for you, and one for you. And if you're ready to hit the sand, look no further than some of our favorite character lines to help you look the part. LEGO Friends has an awesome array of outdoor outfits that you can check out, from beach-going suits to nice cool breezy outfits and sweet sunglasses to ocean rescue diving suits. And in our minifigures line, we've got all kinds of tropical and cool outfits, and whether you're going to stay on the sand or go deep diving, we've got lots of accessories to help you stay safe and do it in style. And if you can't find a pair of swim trunks, look to the classic yellow spaceman, who recently was reissued with Benny's Space Pack, so they're not super rare nowadays. They have a full yellow lower parts, so you can take the legs off and combine them with any other color middle segment and create your own little bathing suit bottoms. Of course, a minifig scale beach isn't the only way to create a spectacular seaside scene. With LEGO, anything is possible, so let's clear this out of the way and take a look at how to build a microscale beach scene. For this activity, we're going to use the parts included in the Make and Take kit. If you don't have these parts, you can always find similar pieces at home, because we're going to be using some pretty common elements, and many of these are available currently on the Pick-a-Brick wall at the Washington Square Mall LEGO store. Let's take a look inside. Here we have two 2x6 plates, two 2x8 plates, two 1x3 plates, all in tan, three dark blue 1x2 plates, three light blue 1x2 plates, two 1x3 dark green plates, three 1x1 brown bricks, a 1x3 plate in white, a blue 1x1 round plate, a blue 4x6 plate, and this cool curved slope element. We're going to use these parts to make a microscale beach scene. Let's take a look at how it goes together. For the foundation, we're going to use our long tan plates underneath to bind many of the other elements together. First, take your two long tan plates, and we're going to put our large blue plate one stud in and snap the parts together. This gives us a great base to build off of as we create the ocean washing up on the beach. Then we'll use our dark blue plates, 1, 2, and 3, to create the deeper area in the water. And our light blue plates, in the same way, at the shoreline, where the water gets shallower. Next, you can take the slope piece and overlap from the blue to the light blue, creating a nice wave. You can take your clear 1x1 round plate and place it anywhere you like in the water. I've put it right here behind the wave. Next, we take our tan 2x6 plate and place it at the edge of the waterline. And our 1x3 tan plates will hang over from that to attach our second 2x6. I've supplied a 1x3 white plate for a little bit of sea foam washing up on the beach. You can put it wherever you like in front of the wave. And lastly, these 3 1x1 brown bricks, place them together off-centered for each one. So instead of aligning them square with one another, give them a little twist, and it gives a texture similar to the bark of a palm tree. And finally, take your 1x3 dark green plates and put them on top for the leaves, and add a palm tree to your beach. And there you have it, a microscale beach scene. These pieces can be used in different combinations to come up with your own style of beach scene, or add them to pieces you already have at home in order to make an amazing creation all your own. I don't know about you, but all this talk has me ready to kick back, relax, and have some fun in the sun. Surf's up, Lego builders! Thanks for joining me at BRIX Education. Hopefully some of the tricks we learned today will help you make a beach scene as real as this. Until next time, hit those bricks and play well. Bye!